so nice. Wow. I must tell you, I was watching on television about 3 hours ago. I was watching other candidates. This place was empty, and now it's full. It was empty. I hate to say it. Now it's full. It's tough. I know. Thank you, darling, and I was waiting on you. But I guarantee Carl Cameron and the people in the media will not report that. I guarantee. Because I know how their minds work. Reuters just came out a little while ago. 34% for Trump, 19 for Carson, 9 for Rubio, 7 for Cruz. Florida, well, I have an advantage because I have thousands of jobs in Florida. You know, we have Doral. We have many buildings on the beach. We have Mar-a-Lago. We have a lot of different places. So I have an advantage. But Florida, a very, very new poll, 37% for Trump, 16 for Rubio. I won't tell you what Bush is, but it's not too good. So coming over, I was watching the news, and actually 2 major anchors from 2 networks were very nice today, because they said, whether you like it or not, Trump said this. They're bombing the hell out of the oil fields. You believe it? I've been saying they should have done that for 2 years now, because they're taking the wealth away from ISIS. Now, if you remember when I said it, everybody said, oh, can't do that. Can't do that. I said, why can't you do it? Frankly, we shouldn't have gone to Iraq, but once we went there, we shouldn't have gone out the way we did. And when we did go out, we should have kept the oil, not just bombed the oil. We should have kept the oil. And we should have given the families of the great soldiers that were killed and badly wounded and badly injured, and our wounded warriors, we should have given them a lot of money from those oil fields. We got nothing. We got nothing. We got absolutely nothing. So now they're bombing the oil fields, and it's about time. Correct. Stand up, whoever said that. That's very smart. Stand up, darling. Beautiful. It is about time. And 2 of the anchors got on and they said, whether you like it or not, Donald Trump predicted it, and he said that's what you should do. You know, it's interesting. I wrote a book in 2000, and in the book, I mentioned Osama bin Laden. I said, bad guy, he's going to do damage to our country, and we better do something to stop him. This was 2 years before the World Trade Center came down, through him, auspices of him. And another anchor, a great one, Joe Scarborough, on the show the other day, somebody gave him the book, said, look at this, Trump predicted 2 years before this happened, 18 months to be exact. He had the name Osama bin Laden in a book, The America We Deserve, which was a book I did. Successful book. My new book is really successful, Crippled America. Really, I hope everybody's going to go out and buy it. That's really successful. But he said, whoa, when did he say Osama bin Laden's going to come and do damage? This was before the World Trade Center came down, Joe. Whoa! He goes, whoa! Well, you know, you have to know what you're doing. And we need people that know what they're doing. So you just take a look. Now we're on a subject that I think I know a lot about. It's called immigration. And had I not come out in my now famous opening remarks at Trump Tower when I announced that I was running for president, and had I not talked about illegal immigration, I don't even think you'd be talking about it today. Because I watched Ted Cruz and I watched Marco Rubio. They're fighting over who's tougher. Who's tougher? Well, let me tell you something. I was tougher when it wasn't very politically popular to be tough. And I took a lot of heat. Rush Limbaugh said nobody has ever taken more incoming an expression I never heard in that context, talking about the media. But nobody's ever taken more incoming than Donald Trump. And I did. I was going. I mean, I was taking a lot of abuse from those characters right back there. A lot of abuse. And then people started to say, you know, Trump is right. A lot of problems being caused. And I'm telling you, had I not done that, and had I not mentioned it as a major part, because I have friends that live in different parts of the country, whether it's Texas or Arizona or Los Angeles, where they have a huge problem. And I knew what was going on in the country. And it's a serious problem. It's a really serious problem. And you have great people that have come into this country illegally. But you have some very bad people. You take a look at some of the gangs in L.A., rough gangs. These are rough dudes. If I get elected, if I become president, those people are out of here. Those guys are gone, and fast. I mean gone. They're coming back, and we're going to put them where they came from. We're not going to put them in our care of them for 45 years. Not going to happen that way. It's not going to happen that way. So they're gone. And we're going to build a wall, and it's going to be a real wall. It's not going to be one of these little walls where they ride jeeps over the top, loaded up with drugs, and screw up our cities and the lives of our children and everybody else. There's going to be a real wall. It's going to be a Trump wall. Okay? It's going to be a real wall. I know how to do it, believe me. You know, something I never talk about, OPO, the old post office, great building in Washington, D.C. Exactly in between the White House and the Capitol on Pennsylvania Avenue. I'm building it. Everybody wanted that building. I got it. In the Obama administration. Can you believe? Most sought after property probably in the history of GSA. Everybody. Every hotel company wanted it. Waldorf Astoria. Everybody. All the hotel companies. Hyatt wanted it. Pritzker is the biggest backer of Obama. They wanted it. And I got it. And I got it for a specific reason. We had the greatest plan, the best plan. We had the best or among the best financial statements because they want to make sure it is done and done right. And the GSA folks are fantastic and great professionals, I have to tell you. But in the Obama administration, I got it. And now it's ahead of schedule. It's going to open in 2017. Now we think we're going to get it open in November or before November of 2016. So almost a year ahead of schedule. So we're ahead of schedule, under budget. Aren't they nice words when you hear about these projects that this country builds where they're 1,000 times over budget? So I'm under budget, ahead of schedule. It's going to be, I think, the greatest hotel in America. I already have the greatest hotel in America. It's in Chicago. But the greatest hotel in America. It's going to be something that's going to make a lot of people proud. But I know how to build. And that wall is going to be a real wall. And that's going to be a really powerful wall. And it's going to be a beautiful wall because someday they'll probably name it after Trump. It's got to be beautiful. It's true. The Trump wall. It'll be called the Trump wall. And it's going to have a door in it, a big, beautiful door, because people are going to come into the country, because I want them to, and so do you, but they got to come in legally. They got to come in legally. They've got to come in legally. And I said the bad ones are going out so fast, and that's going to take place before we even start the wall. You know that Hillary Clinton and the worst. She will be so bad. She will set this country back so far, so fast. If we have to go through 4 years of this bedlam, of this turmoil with Clinton, where the whole world blew up around her. You look at what she's done as Secretary of State. The whole world blew up. It's like we're a different world. ISIS, Iraq. Look at all the bad things. Libya, Benghazi. All of these things. Oh, just look at what's happened to the Middle East. Look at what's happened to the world. And I say maybe Kerry will go down as being a worse Secretary of State than even Hillary. Because he made a deal with Iran that could be one of the most incompetent transactions I've ever witnessed in my life, of any kind. Of any kind. Of any kind. So, we're going to get the bad dudes out. We're going to build that wall. And we're going to take people that are here illegally, and we're going to move them out. Got to move them out. We're a country of laws, and we got to remain that way. We need a border. You can't have a country if you don't have a border. And I talk, you know, all of a sudden the news is talking about Dwight Eisenhower. I like Ike. Everybody liked Ike. Except General MacArthur. He didn't like him too much, to be honest. General MacArthur never really understood Ike. Never understood him. MacArthur was tough. By the way, we're going to find a general like MacArthur. And we're going to find a general like George Patton, and we have them. We're going to find a Patton, or we're going to find a MacArthur. And we have them. We have them. They're in there someplace. They don't do as well because they use foul language. They're tough. They're mean. They're nasty. But I don't want mean guys. I want smart guys. If they're mean, that's good. But I want smart guys. I want somebody really tough, but really, really, really smart. You know, I know a lot of tough guys, but they're not smart. Those guys, that's the worst. So we're going to get somebody, we're going to find somebody, I'm good at that, I'm really good at that. We're going to find somebody that's so tough and so smart. And we're going to build up our military, and we're going to make it so powerful and so strong that nobody's ever going to mess with us, folks. Nobody. Nobody. And we're going to take care of our vets. We're going to take care of our vets who are not being treated in many cases as well as the illegal immigrants. You got the illegal immigrants being treated better than our vets. So we're going to do that. And we're going to, by the way, we're going to terminate Obamacare, and we're going to replace it with something much better. Much, much better. But because the topic is so hot, I'm just going to finish off with immigration. We're going to triple up the number of the Border Patrol. These Border Patrol guards are phenomenal. I met them. I was in Laredo, Texas, a couple of months ago. These are tremendous people. They want to do their job. They can't. They're told to stand down. Stand down. People walk right in front of them, wave at them. Hi, hi, hi. Guess what? I just became an American citizen, and all of these suckers out here are going to pay for me for the next 85 or 90 years. That's what's happening. So they're told to stand down. When I'm there, they're not going to be told to stand down. They're going to be told just the opposite. Believe me. Believe me. And we're going to triple up the number. Now, with Eisenhower's plan, you know, a lot of people never heard of it. Now all of a sudden they say, oh, there was no plan. Now they found out I was right. Just like I'm right about the anchor babies. Turned out I was right on the anchor babies. Okay? You can't come into the country. You're illegal. You come down, you sit down, you have your baby, and we take care of the baby for the next 85 years. Everybody said, well, you need a constitutional amendment. It'll take 15 years. It'll never happen. You don't. You don't. You need a simple act of Congress. You might not even need that. And for years, people thought, you go to Mexico, try having a baby in Mexico and say that baby's going to be a Mexican citizen. Try it. They would laugh at you so hard. They would laugh so hard. We're run by incompetent people. Our leaders are incompetent. They're incompetent people. And I know many of them. And not only don't they have business ability, not only don't they have heart, they don't have common sense. And a lot of it's common sense. And a lot of it's leadership. And we certainly have no leader. That I can tell you. So, we're going to triple up the ICE officers. We're going to go nationwide E-Verify. And what people don't say about Eisenhower is when they moved him out, when they started moving him out, they moved out at least 1.5 million. And it also with Truman, they moved him out. Do you know what happened? People started seeing they're moving them out, and people started leaving. Many people started leaving. They said, oh, man, this is too tough. We're getting out of here. And huge numbers of people just left. And we need it from a job standpoint because these people are taking jobs away from our people. We have close to 100 million people. You know, our real number for jobs, unemployment, is down to 5.2. Let me tell you, every place I go, I have 10,000 people, 5,000 people. I just told you, this room was empty on television 2 hours ago. Now it's full. If you had a real 5.2% unemployment, this room would be empty and I wouldn't be drawing 25,000 people to speeches. Believe me. Believe me. That's the way it is. Now, we're going to defund sanctuary cities because sanctuary cities are a disgrace. They're a disgrace. You look at, I have property. I have a great property in San Francisco. The Bank of America building. I love San Francisco. When Kate was brutally killed, shot in the back, by an illegal immigrant who was probably here more than 5 times, they say 5 times, we're not going to let that happen again. When a wonderful veteran, 66-year-old woman, was raped, sodomized, and killed in Los Angeles, I'm not going to let that happen anymore. I'm not going to let it happen anymore. And we're stopping with the sanctuary cities. We're going to go detention, forget it. We're not going to do the catch. You know we do now? Catch, release. Catch, release. Unbelievable. The birthright citizenship, the anchor baby, birthright citizenship, it's over. Not going to happen. Hundreds of thousands of people a year, coming from all over the world, by the way. It's over. Not going to happen. We are going to hire Americans first. We're going to take care of our Americans. You ever hear of the DREAM Act? The DREAM Act isn't for our children. The DREAM Act is for other children that come into the country. I want the DREAM Act to be for our children. So, it's a fantastic honor to be with you. This was one of those deals that was very nice for me because I heard you're given 20 minutes to speak, and I'm right down the road in Palm Beach. You came up. I speak for 20 minutes, I get the hell out of here, and I've done a good job, you know. It's crazy. But I have a little bit of an expression before we leave. And I've been saying it more and more, and it's sad. The American dream is dead, but I'm going to make it bigger and better and stronger than ever before. We're going to bring it back, and we're going to bring it back better than ever before. The election that's coming up is so important because we can't go through another 4 years of gross incompetence, of division. Believe it or not, I'm going to bring people together. People say, oh, you're a very divisive figure. I'm not, actually. I'm not. I'm the opposite. I thought that Obama, and I hope that Obama, I said he's totally unqualified, but you know what? The one thing, he's going to be a good cheerleader for our country. He's going to bring people together. He turned out to be a disaster as a cheerleader. And he turned out to be totally divisive. Totally divisive. Who divisive. Who would have thought this possible? So not only has he been a terrible president, but he's been a divisive president. And it's not going to happen. So I'm going to end with a statement. I see hats all over the audience. You know what the statement is, right? Do you know what the statement is, folks? Right? Look. That's right. Do you know that, right? You know it. This hat's become very popular. We are going to make America great again. We are going to make America better, and I really believe this, better than ever before. We are going to win a trade. We are going to start beating China. We have a trade imbalance of China this year should be about $505 billion. You believe that? With Japan, $70 billion. With Mexico, who will, by the way, pay for the wall. With Mexico, we have an imbalance of $45 billion and growing all the time because Ford is moving there. Nabisco, they make Oreos, they're moving to Mexico. I'm never eating another Oreo again, I'm telling you. Never. But we're going to make America great again. We're going to make America better than ever before. And we're going to win so much. You people are going to be so proud of your president. We are going to win so much. We're going to win on trade. We're going to win at military. We're going to win with health care. We're going to win. We don't win anymore. We don't win anymore. Nobody can talk about when was the last time we had a victory. We don't have victories anymore. We're going to win so much. And you're going to be very, very proud of your country. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much.